Hello and welcome to another Team Intelligence Hints and Tips updates to help unify your team. I'm Greg Boas, CEO of Boas and Associates. Apologies for my absence over the last couple of weeks. I've just become a dad, and it's been a couple of weeks off for me to just to adjust to parenthood and all the learnings and all the great stuff that comes along with that. So very excited. Had a little baby boy, and it's our latest addition to our Boas team, so to speak. And during the birth of my son, it was a time for me to really reflect and to really sort of think about how teams are built and how families are put together and how we are continually learning. I've noticed that my son is just starting to develop his eyesight now, and just slowly each day that goes by, he's noticing more and more, and his eyes are focusing on more and more things, and he's just got this real, as they say, childlike curiosity of the world. Everything's new to him, and really got me to thinking about this week's update, which is about learning and development and designing your team really around that. And I think it's a really imperative thing with us as human beings, as also with teams, is that we are constantly learning and developing and improving. Because really, if we know everything right now, what's left? So it doesn't really lead to much of a fulfilling life if we actually know everything now. Sort of what's actually there to be next to the next challenge. Because as human beings, we are actually built to be challenged and to grow and to learn. And so what I wanted to focus on was the learning and development side of things with the team, with your team. And there was a John Maxwell quote that John Maxwell's CEO, I should say, I think it was John Cole, said that the organizations and teams really need to develop a culture of learning, a culture of development, and a culture of just wanting to take that next step. And it's really important. And as a new parent, it's really you're thrust into that, and it's whether you really take it in your stride and wonder and excitement and fear and all that sort of stuff that I've experienced over the last couple of weeks. But it's also really exciting as well. And one thing that I've noticed is that going back to school days, I noticed there was very much a strong focus on right or wrong and good or bad, and we just developed into this sort of box that goes out into society and that starts working, and we're still at that same malleable shape that is this right, wrong, good, bad. And really, learning's not about that. It's about continually evolving and finding new ways of doing things and making mistakes. And a few years ago, as soon as I changed my way of thinking to there's no such thing as failure. There are different ways to do things, and just because a book says it's done one particular way, really it's someone's perception on and their opinion on how it should be done. Doesn't necessarily mean that's the right or the wrong way. As soon as you can start to understand that, and if you create a culture of learning in your team and development, a constant and never-ending improvement, as Tony Robbins calls it, you'll find that it's okay to make mistakes, that it's okay because it's just a learning experience. It's a way of finding out a better way of doing something, or just perhaps a way of not doing something. And that's really what it boils down to. And I just wanted to share that with you, because I think it really is important, especially from a leadership perspective, of developing the team that can actually learn themselves, and it's okay to make mistakes. And if you make a mistake, okay, learn from it. What can be done better next time so you don't repeat that mistake? And especially when you have someone new come into the team, like we've had, my wife and I have had to come into the Boas team, so to speak, with our little son Lucas. Now he's going to learn, he's going to develop, and I've got a whole life ahead of me in helping him to develop and to learn about life. And these are the things that I'm actually going to be teaching, and I'm really excited to be sharing those with him as well as you guys. So I trust that's been of value today, and I'll be back into the swing of things now, doing the weekly updates. Keep an eye on the webpage, on the blog, and I trust this has been of value, as I mentioned. And if you'd like to understand more information about how the team intelligence system can be used to help open your team up to more learning and development, and to help them get to their next level in 2015, get in touch with us. My number is 0405 298 232, or my email address is greg, Greg, @boase, AND Associates, ASSOCIATS.com, TES.com, sorry. I will catch you next week. Thanks for watching.